Guys, 15 mil history. Thought I'd give you guys an update. It's late here. Um, Doing some late night painting on my new boyos or boyars. These are Turan 2s that have been 3D printed. I quite like them. I think they're pretty good. I've also got these. That's a Nimrod that was 3D printed. The other one unfortunately got damaged. These ones are ready to go. And then you've got the commanders there that are going to be undercoated. They've been cut down. They look really nice. Today I played a pretty tight game against the Soviets. T-34 spam, lots of T-34s up against these. I got unlucky on a couple of rolls. But overall, how are these as a tank? Oh, okay. So they're anti-tank 9, I think, with heat, 3 plus firepower, which is good. They move 10 inches. I think they're front armor 5, side armor 2. So these guys are not tough. They are very, very weak. They're a spam. They've got, like I said, they're 89, Turan 1s are 87. So these guys have got a better gun. I've also got, yeah, there was a bit of a problem with some of my stuff. But here we go, there's a Toldy. So I've got a Toldy there. Unfortunately, there was an issue with some magnets and some super glue, but that's okay. I can easily get these printed. A friend of mine very kindly has offered to fix them up and get some more. They like the STL that my friend used. They've got underneath. They've got it's got a magnet, but unfortunately, I think the thing is I don't think these need the magnets. I think they're actually fine without them. I put them on, and it didn't work out the way I hoped it did. I think that was a bit of impatience on my behalf, but it's okay. I mean, it's an easy fix. I can just get a couple more because these were under $3 a tank, basically. The Turans were a little bit more. But anyway, back to the Turan. They're 11 for 3. I can't remember what a Turan 1 is, but they're cheap. They come in, start in units of 3, go to units of 5. They're very, very cheap. But they don't have a very good gun. They've got a Stuart gun, anti-tank 7, 4 plus. And I think the other issue that they have too is the fact that they've got less machine guns, which is kind of bad. But the thing is with Turan, I think it's pronounced. Yeah, what they're really good at is they're very good at being delivery systems for things. So if we where are we? So over here, I'll throw in some commanders. So we got these boys here. Let's just say, for argument's sake, we'll throw in these. So that can be a unit. That can be a unit. That is a unit, and that is an HQ. Immediately, that is a grand total, and these aren't great tanks. It's a grand total of 3 units of stuff, which is not bad. It's pretty solid. It will be difficult to chew through. And then on top of that, you can add in Nimrod, you can add in Toldy, and I believe, these will be going at a rate that will be cheaper than these guys won't. These guys will. They will die, but the thing is that Hungarian infantry are quite nasty. They don't hit the hardest, but they're good in defense. They're very good in defense. Last stand of a 3, which is amazing. And the reason why you have these is that they're so cheap. The formation you can fill out really effectively, but I think one of the reasons why I really like this formation is that the Turan formation has 1s and 2s, but you can also add in tigers. So you could do a minimal size platoon. You could hide these guys away, I suppose. Have Nimrod to like anchor your formation because they're in support, their formation support. That way you can run some tigers and use them as a reserve, use them as an ambush. Because one of the problems the Hungarians have is they're good at fighting mediums. They can handle a medium okay. Not amazing, but they can do enough. They struggle against big tanks. They do not like tigers. They do not like Churchills. They don't like King Tigers. There's a lot of things that they don't like. Um, they will struggle against them. So that way you kind of like, I think you need to invest in things like 88s. I think 88s are quite good. They're cheap. 6 points for two, which is a shame. I wish they came in units of three, which is a shame because if you fail the morale, they will run. So they're kind of a bit stretched for options. Most big, scary Hungarian things are like the 88 only have platoons of two. Most of their AA comes in platoons of two. So if you kill one, the other's probably going to run. But I think one of the main advantages the Tigers, I mean, that these guys have is that they're very good at souping. You can easily run a two formation army with Hungarians, and I think it would be quite viable too, quite strong. Yeah, I think that this army is going to take it's going to take a little while to get used to. I don't think I would want to run two units of Hungarian vehicles. I think it's probably a good idea to do Hungarian infantry and Hungarian tanks. Oh, pardon me. So I think what's the next stage for all of this? I'm probably going to get more like I'm probably going to get some more stuff, not a huge amount of stuff. I think at least one of the next things that I want to get is some tigers. Hungarians can get tigers. They're 32 to 31 points, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. They're not their skill isn't great. It's a 4 plus. It's not amazing. Still got protected ammo, which is good. But they've got Hussar, so these guys are better at they're better they've got a better follow me. Um, Not amazing, but if you're Hungarians, you're going to need to take as much VAT as possible, and I think that like in the case of the Russians, I mean not the Russians, the Hungarians, with what do you call them? With 88s, you kind of have to put them in ambush. 88s are they only come in units of two, and if your opponent knows what they're doing, they're immediately going to put an ambush. Like your ambush comes down, and you kill one, and the other's probably going to run. So the problem that has is that the Hungarian 88s have no ability to stick around. They are going to run and they're going to run and they're going to, yeah, and you will be in a lot of trouble. But overall, I think they're a fun army. I think that they're very good on defense. They've got some nasty reduced rate tanks. Panther, Tiger, Panzer IVs and Panzer IIIs mixed formations quite good. But I think the next couple of things I'm going to get the mortars. I think I want to get tigers. The Clash of Steel ones in particular. I'm probably just going to run three as a support choice. Buy another box of five to get a unit, so I could run two units of three in an HQ. Run Tachoi. But yeah, no. Overall, I think these guys are pretty good. Not amazing, but as a speed bump, I think these guys are quite nasty. They're very good at getting in the way of of maybe smaller things and harrying them and pushing them off, and clearing the way for bigger, scarier things like tigers. I don't know how good they would be against infantry, probably not that great, but to have a couple of these roll up with a 3 plus firepower, if you've got opponents that are digging in, these guys could probably find a way to shift them. The other thing that I was also going to bring up too is that the Turan 2 is available in mid-war. Most Hungarian things are hit on threes, so these guys are going to be a lot more aggressive. Haven't used them, plan to use them, and they've got some really interesting command cards. They've got like one called Storm the Don, which is amazing, which is essentially you pay for it, and all infantry teams in your army dig in on a three, which is really good because you can run a formation of Hungarians because they get quite a lot of choice actually in mid war because they can run Panzer threes, Panzer fours, Turan, and then they can also run Nimrod, which is one of these bad boys. They've got command cards for Toldi, and you can run two infantry formations, I think. So one is a bit garbage, hit on threes, and the others, I think, mechanized infantry, so they can stick around a lot longer. But overall, I think that the Hungarians are quite an interesting faction. I think they're a little, I would kind of describe them as Italy, but with more teeth. I think that they're a nice army. I don't know how beginner friendly they are. I think certain elements of the army I think are pretty beginner friendly. Like I'd say the infantry are pretty forgiving, but I don't know about heavy armored formations. But yeah, no. So yeah, I'm gonna give them some. So the next stage is these guys will still have to dry and cure. So the next stage will be I'm going to do the same pattern I did for the Zorini. So desert yellow and red brown from Tamia or Tamia, I think it's supposed to be pronounced. And I've got these guys ready to go. So my commanders, I'm missing one, which is annoying, but hey, it's okay. But yeah, no. So next week I'm going to get some games in. Yeah, it was disappointing about these guys. These guys could have really done a pretty okay job, but at the 11th hour they lost on on the sixth turn. They've gone past that, and a friend of mine didn't contest. I would have won. Because yeah, my infantry did a really good job. The tank guns did an amazing job. The Hungarian Pack 40s, I definitely think are worth taking. They're a bit of an odd duck, though, in some ways, because you have to get the crew, but then also the other issue with those guns is that they come in units of, for the Hungarians, units of three. For the Germans, they come in units of four. So you get that box, you've got three and one left over. What are you going to do with the other one? I don't know. Because the cool thing as well with a lot of like Zorini formations, stuff like that, they can take those 7.5s. There's also a command card to give them infantry instead. But yeah, no, I really, really like these. They're not amazing. They kind of give me vibes of Carriamatos, except they're not as good as shooting at his Carriamatos, but I think they're solid. I'm looking forward to painting them up, put some decals on them. Yeah, no, so anyway, I'll catch you later, guys. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I will see you guys in the near future. Bye.